It's like Christmas over here. So today it was announced that a bunch of documents from the recent lawsuit of the FTC against Microsoft over its attempted acquisition deal of Activision, a bunch of those documents leaked online and now are being reviewed by the public. So just a little bit of history on this. The FTC previously tried to sue Microsoft to block their acquisition of Activision because it would form a monopoly. However, they were ruled against, and the FTC was saying that they, as far back as just recently, July 13th, that they would appeal this, but then they decided to drop that appeal. Tune forward a couple of months, and now all of a sudden here on September 19th, we have this huge drop of Microsoft documents online, and they are extremely revealing about the inner workings of Microsoft and its efforts to market and develop the Xbox products. I mean, right now it's hitting NBC. Like, this is NBC News. Microsoft's Xbox plans revealed in emails tied to FTC case. The files include emails from corporate executives like Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer and timetables for game releases. This is just so huge. More than 100 documents, many of them partially redacted, related to Microsoft's Xbox plans. Douglas Farrar, director of the FTC's Office of Public Affairs, told NBC News that Microsoft was responsible for the error in uploading these documents to the court. The files include emails from corporate executives like Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer and timetables for gaming releases. Some of the documents include Microsoft Gaming senior employees discussing the value of the exclusive hold they have on key video game titles. One document shows a list of projections for some major game titles with release dates and what platforms they are planned to be available on. That list estimates the highly anticipated game Elder Scrolls 6 won't be released until 2026 or later and will not be available for PlayStation, which is owned by Sony. Neither Sony nor Elder Scrolls developer Bethesda responded for comment. It's not clear if it was intentional. Yeah, this is like a whole title release schedule. FY20E means fiscal year 2020? Yeah, this goes back to 2020. Doom Eternal and DLC, Elder Scrolls Online Greymoor, Fallout Wastelanders, and Deathloop. I think we got some of those. 2021, they had Starfield on for 2021. I guess it had some delays for sure. Then here in 2023, we see Doom Year Zero, a new Doom game. I guess Project Kestrel, there's a couple of those on here where they're going by code names, really. Like, a lot of these projects have code names before they get to the alpha phase of the game development. Like, we have Project Hibiki, Elder Scrolls Online Expansion, Project Platinum, another mystery game. And then we have fiscal year 2024, Elder Scrolls 6, Project Kestrel Expansion, licensed IP game, okay? Fallout 3 Remaster. We're getting a remaster of Fallout 3 after all these years. Dishonored 3, Doom Year Zero DLC. So I wonder if we're going to get a Doom Year Zero early in 2024. I haven't really heard of it yet for 2023, and the clock's kind of winding down on the year already. It appears these leaked docs also included a new version of the Xbox, the codename Brooklyn, Xbox Series X refresh. The most powerful Xbox ever, now adorably all digital. 4K Gen 9 console gaming with more internal storage, faster Wi-Fi, reduced power, a more immersive controller, and a beautiful redesign that elevates the all-digital experience of the Xbox ecosystem. Giving our fans more to love. Beautiful and innovative new design. This is a cylinder, and that's a beautiful and innovative design. Okay. More internal storage for games. 2 terabytes. That would be impressive. USB-C front port with power delivery. All new, more immersive controller, same great price, $4.99. 100% recyclable packaging. The box that it comes in to be recyclable. Interesting. And a new controller, codenamed Sibyl. The world's best controller, now playing on a screen near you. So under approachability down here in the bottom right of the screen, it says engage and delight. lift to wake. So literally when you pick up the controller, it would wake up your console. Sounds like that would be pretty interesting. That'd be kind of crappy though if you're just kind of trying to clean your living room and you knock the console controller around on a desk while you're trying to dust, and then all of a sudden the damn thing is on and you have to turn it off. Precision haptic feedback, VCA haptics, double as speakers, accelerometer. Please tell me what that means. Sustainability, rechargeable and swappable battery, recycled materials and less resin, repair and disassembly. Seems like somebody managed to pull out a listing for a Take-Two Red Dead Redemption 2 in fiscal year 2023. Expected partner ask $5 million a month to be a partner on this. Maybe Xbox was planning on how much they would have to pay to have this game partner up and be exclusive on the Xbox. 10 million hours of playtime a month, doubtful on PC or handled via account linking. Here is NIB tweeting another interesting excerpt from the Xbox. FTC leaks Game Pass third-party title forecasted licensing costs for different games based on time after release, day and date. Jedi Survivor, $300 million to get that on Game Pass. Wow, they were really considering paying $300 million for Jedi Survivor. Mortal Kombat, $250 million. Suicide Squad, $250 million. Assassin's Creed Rift, $100 million. Gotham Knights, $50 million for 90 days. GTA 5, $15 million per month. Per month, not even for 90 days. Per month, $15 million to get GTA 5 on there. Red Dead Redemption 2, $5 million per month. Yeah, this is the main document that the other excerpt was taken from about Red Dead Redemption 2. Baldur's Gate 3 down here. For Baldur's Gate 3, expected partner range is in the 5 million range. Wow, this is clearly outdated. I mean, they're going to have to cough up a lot more than that if they want Baldur's Gate 3 on Xbox Game Pass. Oh, wow. I've got to save this one because they're actually talking about taking over Elden Ring here. Exhibit PX 1052 from Phil Spencer. Good options. Let's work it. Another option with the hit factor around Elden Ring is to try to go get all of the Dark Souls games and make a push with From on an Elden Ring upsell. So Phil wants Elden Ring on Xbox. It's not currently there? I think it is there. But maybe he's talking about Game Pass. In addition to these options, we are also aiming to launch our Riot partnership during this window, which will be helpful to us on PC. Yeah, so PC and Xbox plans all over the place. Excellent. All right, here we go. Here is the email about him wanting to buy Nintendo. Without that catalyst, I don't see an angle to a near-term mutually agreeable merger of Nintendo and Microsoft. And I don't think a hostile action would be a good move. Probably not. So we are playing the long game, but our BOD has seen the full write-up on Nintendo and Valve, and they are fully supportive on either if opportunity arises as am I. He's talking about Valve, right up on Nintendo and Valve, acquiring both of them. Microsoft really just wants to buy up all gaming and make sure that we are playing on Microsoft all the time. I love this discussion and value you looking at the opportunities here. At some point, getting Nintendo would be a career moment. No doubt, and I honestly believe a good move for both companies. It's just taking a long time for Nintendo to see that their future exists off of their own hardware. A long time, smiley face. Signed, Phil. And yeah, here's Polygon with a whole write-up on this email. Xbox boss Phil Spencer really wanted to buy Nintendo. One problem? Nintendo has a lot of money. They can stay out of being bought. Microsoft has very visibly gone on a spending spree over the past decade, buying up more than a dozen development studios through acquisitions of ZeniMax, Obsidian, Double Fine, In Exile, and others. Microsoft hopes to soon close its $68.7 billion buyout of Activision Blizzard and basically move COD off of Sony. But Xbox head Phil Spencer said in 2020, a month before Microsoft announced its plan to acquire ZeniMax and subsidiary Bethesda Softworks, that his number one pick for an acquisition or merger is Nintendo. Spencer named Nintendo as the prime asset for us in gaming. All right, so they are trying to take my childhood off the map. But it really makes me wonder why we would not find targets like Nintendo more attractive if we want to find a way to increase our consumer exposure and relevance. Explained Numoto, it feels like Nintendo has such a rich set of franchises that can help us shore up our content franchises. I suspect you guys have talked about this multiple times, and I get that there are numerous challenges about this target, but thought I would at least share my musings since it feels more logical than TikTok. And then there's his response, which I already read out. Well, this is absolutely delightful and a pure gift today. The drama is still unfolding. We're still looking at the news and still getting more about this. But I just wanted to kind of step into your day and share my delight over all of this coming out. I remember talking to some Xbox executives in the year that the Xbox was coming out. And man, they were at E3 at the time. I talked to them. I don't remember their names. Frankly, I can't really recall the entire conversation as being pleasant, but these guys were playing Sony and Nintendo games. They were playing Nintendo. I was asking about the game that they were playing, I believe. I wanted to know what it was because it was cel shaded. I can't remember which Nintendo title it was. I think it was probably a GameCube at that point. So I think the GameCube was coming out at that E3, and Microsoft Xbox was going to come out a little bit later. And they were just dogging on it. They were saying that the graphics were terrible, the frame rate was terrible, the controller was terrible, everything was terrible, and that Xbox was just going to wipe the floor with them. I can't recall that being like one of the top 10 great interactions of my life. But anyway, Microsoft is a huge company, and they're going to do what they have to do to dominate the gaming space. I think we should not be surprised by what's coming out in this. They are a large and aggressive company with aggressive plans around gaming. We just have to kind of hope that all of that sort of works out for us as gamers, and that we're not just sort of opting into major cash grabs, mergers, and cash cows like what we appear to be hearing about here today. All right, well, that's my opinion on the piece. Hope you enjoyed this short video. See ya.